Oh my
cracked
god,
one.
babe, I'm low, I'm so low. Ooh, you got it, yay! My loot is still out here, and we're gonna get pushed real freaking soon. Real freaking soon, honey. Like, with it. Oh. Are you okay?
I shit on him.
I have, where are you going?
This way. Red pig. Got my guy.
We can run.
Well,
I'll
there's
put a
a
pad down here.
there's a.
Oh shit. Oh honey, I'm in
I'm
the
good.
building.
I'm good. His teammate's at the gas station. Okay, I knocked the teammate. That guy's shit. Good job, baby.
Good job, babe. One more freaking duo.
Dude, this movement sucks. Stop it! Up the hill more like the mountain. He's up on top.
Behind me! 90 on him. Knocked one.
He's low. Wait, how far? You got him. In the bush. Hey, howdy, how's it going? My name is Bennjipie. You probably saw some, some clips and whatnot at the start. That was just me having fun in Reload. I was going to do a video for Reload, but sadly, for some reason, NVIDIA stuff and all that, it just doesn't like if you just like click another window or something for too long or whatever. I don't know. It just randomly decided we're gonna completely stop working and you're gonna deal with it. So we're playing Chapter 6. It's 0 builds. One thing that did suck about that Reload match was there was a player that was just completely just destroying the lobby and killed me all 3 times, and it was someone that clearly just doesn't belong in that bracket. The matchmaking doesn't make sense for this game a lot of the time. It's crazy. Oh yeah, that thing is there. I've seen it. I've seen it plenty of times. It just never stops. Also, this guy's like bound to here now. I don't like that. Let's go Seaport. Just for the sake of action, we'll go to Seaport. I also got the new Casey Jones skin. I talked about that last time. It looks cool. Okay, it's a very cool looking skin. No, but I think after the discovery of having a failed recording on Reload, I think it's a sign to never touch the mode. Okay, I don't think we're ever gonna see me play Reload due to the sweatiness. And realistically, it's not even those people's fault. It's more or less the matchmaker. I genuinely put it up to the matchmaker. I'm not saying I need bots. I don't want bots. I know some people are like, oh, but you talk so heavily about like wanting this and that, and for normal like OG and the basic battle royale, you want no bots. I want the skill-based matchmaking to work correctly, because clearly it doesn't. A lot of the time it does not, and I think that's one of the biggest issues overall that not many people are smart enough to even realize. It's like, yeah, if you're going up against people that are really good, there's a chance that it's because you are really good, but in some situations it's because the matchmaker just doesn't know where to place that person. The account that I'm talking about, the person that fucking dog walked the entire lobby, was Unreal like 5 times in a row. I have hit Unreal once in my entire life, and that's because of jetpacks in the Marvel season. That was the only reason I got it. Let's be honest here, I'm shit. It was also 0 build, so it doesn't really count as much. Also, no one landed here at Seaport City. I don't understand this. I actually expected there to be people. Oh, some guy already bought the drum gun. Awesome. That's great. I was wondering what that was. The rocket ram. It has a set amount of charges. Guess what we're never carrying? That piece of shit. I don't care to do the vault. The vault is useless to me. No, but to be honest, that really set me off. It grinded my gears. This is totally different, I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, there's a difference between having a lot of real players versus having a lot of sweaty players or a sweaty player. It's the common problem. If you're gonna have skill-based matchmaking in your game, it needs to be able to work. It needs to be able to queue people properly. And if you're gonna have it, you might as well get rid of it and just use it for ranked, because that's what it was made for. Skill-based matchmaking and all that sort of stuff is not made for casuals. It makes more sense to have bots for really, really bad players. It doesn't make sense to have, like, it's just a weird system that they have set up, and I'm not too happy with it. No, my car. But more or less, if I die, I die. I will take it on the chin. Pause. Well, that was fucking loud. Why are business turrets in the game again? And why is it the last thing that they add for a season? Oh, you already opened that. I like this sniper. This sniper's not bad. All right, let's buy some of the best loot in the game. Someone at Crime City did something, so I can go to that. More or less, I'm not too worried about really anything when it comes to, like, I know, I'm at least I'm hoping OG will kind of fix itself over time. I mean, the devs will have to fix it. They'll work on it. I hope that a lot of the systems fixed for this game overall, just what they have in place. Bots are not fun. And if somehow their way of making it so that, like, Epic could always just decide they're going to gaslight the players, and what they do is they crank up the skill-based matchmaking. They make it very, very sweaty for certain people. You're just a bot. You're not cool. If they just make it so that your skill-based matchmaking is just insanely up, and it's like you're playing ranked and casuals, and that's when they publicly state that there's less bots in the game or something like that. As a player, I'm not going to be too happy, because that's not how the actual thing works, if that makes sense. Like, that's just not a reflection of actual matches. I do think that if you're a very, very new player, you've just started, then yeah, you shouldn't be put against the best players in the game. But if you've been playing for 7 years, your account has been a thing for 7 years, you shouldn't have bots at least. It's a very weird line that Epic just doesn't seem to understand too much. Wait, do we have a boon? We do. And I assume that this person is at the vault. We already ransacked the area. Great. I'm honestly getting tired of fighting bots. I don't like that. I think that's the issue for me, is that it's one or the other, it seems like, when it comes to this game right now. And it could potentially be because of how split the players are. You're running into the issue of not enough players, so bots need to be in. If people complain enough and they say we don't want bots, then Epic does that, and then maybe they inherently make games worse. I can't do the pickaxe glitch. You are ass. Yeah, maybe they just make the matches inherently worse, and it's not even them trying to, like, fuck up the players and just, like, trick them. They're like, no, this is just how it is now because of what we did. More or less, I don't really mind the metaverse or anything. I think Lego's okay. Festival is Rock Band, and I love Rock Band. That's one of my favorites. I don't have any of the instruments anymore, but I used to, and those was really cool. I'd practice the same song, and every time I failed, I'd restart. I just did that all the time. But obviously they've created so many official modes that it pulls too many people away from what the main thing is. And that's their whole goal. I don't think people realize it. That is what they're intending on doing. It's intentional that they're like killing like the BR to make what they have right now better. You could have just fought me. I hit you with a car for 50 HP. Please come back. It would be so great if you just came back. I'm not fighting him. You're not getting that out of me. You can eat my ass. I think EMPs are in, but so far we haven't seen not even one. I swear I saw it somewhere with patch notes that EMPs are in the game, but we opened a shit ton of chests to not find one. Maybe I missed it and I was confusing it with another item. That is always possible. But I swear when I've opened those bags, there's not anything. There's business turrets though, and the rocket ram. I don't like it. I don't like some of the things in here. I've had a lot of people say things over time where they're like, if you hate it so much, or if you're gonna complain about it, why don't you just stop playing? You're like 12 years old, or you have the mind or brain of one, because that just doesn't make sense. It's like you're not saying that out of concern for the other person. You're just you feel offended that they're targeting the thing that you like. Listen, I like Fortnite. I also like Marvel. I like a bunch of other shit. I like a bunch of other video games. If someone says, when it, like, for Marvel movies, they're like, this thing about Marvel movies is always so bad, or whatever, I just need to be able to see the vision. You know what I'm talking about? Not the vision from Marvel. But I need to be able to see their vision specifically on what they're talking about, because if what they're saying doesn't make any sense, then obviously I'm gonna be like, okay, well, that just doesn't make sense. But my thing usually when it comes to anyone talking about anything, my first thought is never, if you don't like it, go away, because that just doesn't, guys, that doesn't fix anything. I've said it before as, what the fuck? The thing that I found on Twitter was that a lot of the base models, I think all stats regarding damage and all that sort of stuff was fixed in Reload, which is great. And fixing those very little things is a good way to make the mode better. But it's like what we've already talked about. A lot of their stuff is spread a little too thin. Some of the modes are just not what they should be. Some of the modes shouldn't even exist. I'll be honest. Lego, whatever, not Odyssey, not the adventure Minecraft one, but the one where it's like GTA, that doesn't need to be a thing. Party Royale doesn't need to exist. Team Rumble at this point, you don't really need it. Because of how many bots and shit there are, it's just kind of worthless. And it's probably a good reason why we don't get LTMs anymore. You know what, fuck this, I'm hot dropping. Obviously, some people say, you know, you can't do a BR anymore. You know, people have already done it. Fortnite is kind of the last of its kind, and I do agree. It's the only one that's realistically popular, and it's only because of collabs that is the case. But at the same time, it's also because of their lack of care for the things that really matter. Let's be honest here, guys. If Epic wasn't like grubby in any way, Save the World would be fully done, you know, all that sort of shit. It would not be this back burner type of thing, at least in my eyes. That's how I see it. That is a bot. Realistically, Fortnite's in a place where it doesn't need to do anything else. It's kind of chilling. We all know this. Fortnite's the only mainstream game that everyone has played at least once in their life, like Minecraft and stuff like that. It's just odd because the mode, there's a little bit more that they could be doing, and we all know it. We've all seen it. Everyone has asked for it. If I get one more goddamn bot, I'm backing out. I'm going to back out because I don't want to fight them. Player he's in the bush. Okay, I'm so confused. That guy was real, I think. No, but I feel like I just go in circles when it comes to talking about, especially with Epic fixing their stuff, because it's kind of like a nothing burger almost. Like realistically, that's why you might even notice that some creators don't really talk about it. Like if they're really, really large, not weight wise, but you know, how many subs they have. They still might not even talk about whatever mode has a problem because they just don't see anything from that. It's kind of like, I've talked about it a bit with some people. You have this sort of motivation to make whatever video I've made before. I've talked about, you know, bots being removed and all that stuff. And realistically, I think the only thing that we will see is what they've done with OG, which is reduce the amount of bots. I'm not saying 100% need to be gone. I think what I've talked about where it's like, hey, if you have 90 in a lobby, backfill the bots in for 10, you know, it's like that type of thing makes sense, but that's probably not even going to happen. They're probably not going to do that. And I don't trust them to. I feel like if they did, they would do something grubby, or it would just expose that, hey, we actually do need bots because otherwise everyone is just not happy in their matches. And I honestly don't see that necessarily as a bad thing. Like, matches, shit does get sweaty. What the fuck? Your bot should not be able to do that much damage. I'm not fighting. Why is the AI just that good? Oh, I've also seen that Brutus is fucking cracked. I don't know if any of you guys have seen those clips, but that shit is crazy. He one-shots bosses with his grenades. Yeah, like with these storm circles, this is something that I don't even like in any mode for that matter. It's not fun. It slows down the game. People wouldn't like, I feel like people just want to play in mud when they play this game of waiting to fight people and all that stuff. And that's not a issue of me being like, oh, you play a lot, you play too much reload, you need constant action. No, I just would like it to be consistent with the people that I'm fighting. If I land on the outside of the map, like how I've done a few times, you just don't fight anyone real. They're all bots because the game's like, oh shit, you need people to fight off of the early game, like how what would usually happen in the real world. And then that just doesn't end up, you know, nothing's gonna, oh snap, give me these. How many in a stack? Excuse me? Excuse me? You can't even get them. It's spending my gold. Dude, that is a joke. Are you for real? I'm sorry, man. You did bring me some coins. Can't tell if he was real or not. Everyone just comes here and grabs the Midas fucking drum gun. And he got the other snipe. Cool, dude. They've totally botched these areas. And they botched, I mean, we could see it right there. The EMP, you can't even buy EMPs. What's the point of having them in the game if I can't buy them? How are you gonna, like, how does, that's an issue that just doesn't make sense. How does that escape you? I don't think they're available because that's why we haven't found them on anyone's body or ground loot or in chests. I think they are there, but they're not even available. And if that doesn't get fixed until the end of the season, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't like it. I don't like it, but I like doing flips. That is definitely something I like doing. I'm not even gonna show me getting those kills because they're just bots. Unless, you know, iPad kids need to see me kill someone to see if I'm legit. I like that they added these dirt bikes back. I like when they also work. Just bots. I know these people are real up here, but they have a medallion, which means they could be sweatier. Yeah, OG getting fixed. Certain parts of the game getting fixed are great. I think realistically right now, we're in the... We're waiting for... Are these guys like teaming? There's one guy above, one guy below. Let me just chase him in hopes that I'll get the kill. And my shot didn't register. Okay, they weren't teaming. I'm not gonna be able to end on a win. I'm not doing it. I'm not forcing myself to play like an hour, 5 hours, 75 hours worth of just playing this to try and get a win. It's not that important. I don't fucking care enough. This video is probably going to be shorter than my other ones. I don't know. It's just something to put out here so that you guys can know that I'm alive and well. But yeah, Fortnite OG getting fixed. EMP breakers, the EMP shield breakers, whatever, don't work. That's great. Love that. More or less, I'm just waiting on Star Wars. I know we all are. Anyways, hope you guys have a great day, night, week, month, whole rest of the year. It really doesn't matter when it is, but I hope that's great for you. See ya.